Few may realize it, but the Holocaust started in the national health care system of Germany with a project called the T4 program. It began with the idea that the distribution of health care should be based on the welfare of society, according to government priorities. Hitler ordered the hospitals and mental institutions to euthanize hundreds of thousands of the handicapped and mentally ill in order to save money. In any universal healthcare system, the government will be deciding at some level who gets health care and who doesn't, that is, who lives and who dies. Much of the early work in eugenics was done in the United States, and Hitler was inspired by the work of American scientists. Eugenics is the idea that government can improve the health of the population by making decisions that change the genetics of the population. The German government ultimately decided that the Jewish race is genetically inferior and their genes should be eliminated from the population. Many of the techniques used in extermination of the Jews were developed in the hospitals of the German universal healthcare system. Following is an excerpt of a documentary on the Nazi T4 program.
In Germany, the start of the war marked a change in policy towards the mentally sick and handicapped. Hitler himself signed the secret order to start putting them to death. Reinhard Spitzi had heard him give his reasons.
And he said, why should we spend money for a fool, for a hopeless, ill person, if I can do with the same money so much good for a poor peasant's kid?
The decision brought the reality of racial policy home to countless ordinary families with a sick relative.
Meine Mutter ist
In December 1931, my mother had been sent to the clinic for nervous diseases in Frankfurt am Main because of depression and anxiety about her husband.
Marie Rau's mother was eventually diagnosed as an incurable schizophrenic. Without her family's knowledge, she was brought to the Hadamar psychiatric clinic, which became a center for killing the mentally disabled. They were led to the cellar and killed with carbon monoxide gas, up to 60 at a time, over 10,000 in Hadamar alone. Next door was a crude operating slab where brains and organs were removed for scientific research. The Raus were told their mother had died of complications from warts on her lip. They only learned the truth years later.
The fact that these people were murdered is a disgrace for our whole society.
Some Germans dared to protest publicly against the euthanasia. The gassing was stopped, but killing by injection and starvation continued secretly.